So we have pulled up data for income statement and the balance sheet for the Apple stock. But remember, in this query, daily historical daily, we use the same technique. We use the URL to pull data for particular stock. However, later we changed the URL to incorporate some parameters. So instead of a static stock symbol and a static starting date and end date, we actually make them different parameters, so we can actually change them. Okay, we can input different stock symbols and different date for starting and ending point of the period, and then we can pull data according to our needs. Okay, so now we are going to do similar things. We're going to change this query for income statement. Instead of making it a static query for Apple only, we can actually pull income statement for different stocks. Okay, using different symbols. So let's go to this query and go to advanced editor. Okay, basically we just need to change this this URL. Okay, so I just copy it, and again, to make things looks better, I'm going to use this notepad. I'm going to paste this here, and I'm going to change this original URL into a URL incorporating parameters. So again, this part is gonna be this first part. Again, I just including in the quotation marks. This part is gonna stay there. Okay, that's kind of the base URL. And for this AAPL part, I'm going to change it. So I'm going to use some space to kind of separate those elements. Okay, and this token equals thing, again, this has to stay here. Okay, but then this your API key, this part will need to be changed as a parameter. Okay, so I'm going to give more space here to make it more clear. Okay, so this I'm going to call it stock symbol. That's going to be a parameter. Okay, and this part I'm going to call it API key. Again, this is going to be a parameter. Okay, so this is still a string. I mean, they're in quotation marks. This part is also a string. It's in quotation marks. These two, however, are already parameters. So I don't need actually quotation marks for parameters. However, I need to connect them. So to connect this string with this parameter, and again add this string, and then add this parameter, okay, I need to connect them using that ampersand sign, right? Remember? So I just put ampersand here, another one here, and another one here. So now this entire thing, okay, will be a string which combines this base URL, okay, the base URL, and then followed by the stock symbol as a parameter, then followed by another string, this question mark token equals string, okay, then followed by another parameter API key. So this thing, this 4 items combined together is going to be a long string of URL. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to copy this and put it here. Replace this original URL. Alright, this will work. And remember, stock symbol is already defined. Okay, that's already defined parameter. Also, the last one. Okay, I'll make this wider. The API key is also a defined parameter. So those things can be changed according to your need. So click done. Right. Again, so now you have Apple's income statement. If you somehow you want to say Costco's. Alright. Now we check this one. This becomes Costco's income statement, I believe. See, this number is 477. Okay, if I change this to, and this 1985 May. So again, let me change this to AAPL to see if this is gonna be updated. So go back here. See, the numbers are different and dates are different. So basically, by controlling the stock symbol, okay, changing it to a different symbol, this income statement pulled up from Profit.com's API is going to be that particular symbol you just input. All right. So instead of this AAPL income, I shouldn't call it AAPL income anymore, right? Because I can change the stock symbol and make it income statements for another different stock. So I'll just rename it, just call it income. Okay, I'm not going to give it any kind of stock symbol in the name. All right, so this is kind of a flexible. I'll actually call it quarterly. Quarterly income. All right, so this balance sheet again, you can use the advanced editor. And, let's replace this original URL with a more flexible way of presenting it. Okay, so I'll copy this original URL here, and as we did before, copy it again here, and I'm going to separate it into the first part, the base URL, and then followed by the stock token. Okay, then followed by another string, this question mark token equals string, then followed by this API key parameter. So I'm going to again rename this static stock symbol. I'm going to rename it stock symbol. So this is already a defined parameter. Okay, and instead of this API key, I'm going to call it API key. Again, this is basically a defined parameter, and we can easily change that to a different key you have. All right. So now again, we need to connect those things with the ampersand sign. Okay. Again, just to make the space wider, you can see more clearly what we have here. All right. So we have 4 components. The first is the base URL, followed by stock symbol being a parameter, followed by another string, this token equals string, and lastly we have this API key being a parameter. All right, now let me just copy this new URL to replace this original URL so that we have this this parameters incorporated into this URL. Okay, I'll click done. So again, this is no longer just a balance sheet for Apple. You can change the stock symbol by changing this. All right. So I'll just rename it. Instead of balance, I will call it quarterly QTR balance. Okay. So for now, I think because this the current parameter for the stock symbol is Costco, so it starts 1985 May 1985. And this total assets is like 3806 something. Okay, so let me change this and see what happens. Let's change this to Apple, and now check the balance sheet. Now it's a different balance sheet, right? Its date is 1985 September, so it's different from that Costco's the first quarterly report for Costco. It's May 1985, so that's different. And also the total assets, this is for Apple, so the total assets again is different. It's 9362 something, again a very different number from Costco. So now you can see basically by changing this stock symbol. Let's make it American Airlines, AL. Then this balance sheet is going to show you a very different thing. Okay. And also income statement is going to show you another set of numbers, which is just for the American airline. Okay. So now we have this model set up where we have both historical daily price data. We have the quarterly income statements. We have the quarterly balance sheet. And we can easily change the stock symbol to access different stocks with regard to their trading data, their income statement, and their balance sheet. Okay, so that's pretty neat.